Alright guys, it's Friday night. I'm in a tuk-tuk. We came. She's laughing at my expense. Here's what happened. We came down. It's not even 6 o'clock. Came down here a little early. Pharmacy by our apartment was closed. Sangla needed something from the pharmacy. So we said, well, let's just take a walk downtown. So we came down over by Pub Street, and the thing was, she was going to go to the pharmacy, all right? She was going to go to the pharmacy, get what she wanted, then we were just going to have a water or, an energy drink, just something regular to drink. Sit down somewhere for an hour or 2 hours, and then go have a couple beers. Well, we decided we got something to eat, and she got her stuff from the pharmacy. Then I foolishly decided to have a Red Bull. Now, me and Red Bull and my stomach don't really get along. So we're walking to the bar, and I'm like, you know what? We are just gonna have to go home first because I have to poop. That's the bottom line. I have to poop. I'm not a paranoid man. I'm not a germaphobe. And when it comes to using public restrooms, or when I have to, the number one, no problem. But when I have to poop, I have this thing about using public restrooms. So she's having a laugh at my expense because we're taking a tuk-tuk all the way home just so I can go poop, and then we're gonna come all the way back down here again just to have a few beers. Oh, I was thinking, you know what? I've been in enough bars down here and used their facilities to get rid of the beer, to look at some things and go, I would not sit down on that toilet seat. I just wouldn't. So a couple extra bucks, a couple extra beers less, I guess, but to me it's worth it because I felt my stomach start rolling. They didn't have any other thing that I really wanted to drink in there, so I just said, give me a Red Bull. I need something to wake me up a little bit anyway, and that was my undoing. First we ate them noodles, or I ate noodles, then I had the Red Bull, then I smoked a cigarette, and it was done. It was like, my stomach was like, nope, dude, you better take care of this quick. So anyway, that's my story. Probably something you didn't want to hear on my defecation problem, but she was laughing at me the whole way. I was just like, give me a cheap tuk-tuk driver. I don't know any of these guys, me. Just $2 or less, $2 or less. I don't have time to haggle or anything. Just get me home. All right. Anyway, I figured I'd show you guys the ride home. It's at night. It's nice. Pretty nice night out. Breezy. Of course, kind of crazy here. With all the traffic, no lights, no stop signs or anything. So go when you can. People like tuk-tuk ride videos too. I guess I can understand why. Before I came here, I watched a lot of them. If I saw somebody in a tuk-tuk, I was like, yeah, I want to see it. Like I said, it's one of those experiences I think you should have when you're over here. Feels like a very local thing. Can be a bit hairy at times. Sometimes downright dangerous, depending on how much they've had to drink before they take you where you want to go. But for the most part, they're all really nice guys, just out here trying to make a living. So yeah, it's all good. There we are. We're on Street 20 now. You're laughing at me. Yeah, I wouldn't bounce me around too much if I were you. She's only going to think it's funny until she has to do this load of laundry. intersection here is Watbo Road. So we are on the corner. It's usually where I tell people if they ask where I live, if we're going to meet for something, just say meet me at the corner of Watbo and Street 20 back there, because I live right up here. Short little walk. One of my favorite places on my streets. Two Dragons Guest House. There's where I get my coffee every day. Mama. Hey. That's where I get my visa done, right in there. I try to do everything as locally as I can because I really like my streets. There's a nice little place to hang out right there. It's called The Local. Nice little neighborhood bar. Never been in there. I like it, but it just seems like they cater more to tourists and expats. And really no local flavor. Not a bad place. It's always hopping, but just for me, not. Okay, I need to get upstairs. I'll talk to you guys later. Alright guys, now it's Saturday evening. A little bit before 5 o'clock. Sun's starting to go down over there, as you can see. I gotta give it up for Senglai. Hello. We live in an apartment, and it's a studio apartment, so it's not terribly big. And so, of course, two people doing all their nasty business, as I talked about in the last clip. Could be a source of contention sometimes, but so far she has never complained about the smell or anything that goes on in there when I'm doing my business until last night. I do have to admit it was pretty foul, and when I came out she had a look on her face that just made me laugh because she was so serious that she was just looking at me like, what kind of monster am I living with that can do something like that and create that smell? She was standing by the door, the open door, with her hand over her nose with a disgusted look on her face that just made me laugh. So I guess I got the last laugh there, since she was laughing at me because we had to go all the way back for that. But yeah, we got done. Luckily, I did go back to the apartment because afterwards I really needed a shower. So I showered. We spent some time at the Beatnik Bar, which is down by Pub Street. Nice little outside area. They had some live music, blues, rock kind of mix. Pretty enjoyable. 75-cent beers through happy hour. Then they only go up to $1 afterwards, so good deal. And then went to the X Bar. We sat up there. I had a couple beers. She had some water and a Sprite. And we got a big bowl of fries, and I mean a big bowl, like a soup bowl you would normally find in restaurants, full of nothing but hot, fresh, delicious French fries. Kind of pricey for the food, but most bars down there are, simply because you're selling beer for anywhere from 50 cents to $1. You're not making your money there. You have to find other ways to bring in an income, because rent down there is pretty pricey. So usually they, the price for food is not what I'd like to pay, but you're there already, you get the munchies. And it was a pretty big bowl of fries. I think it was $4 though, and that's yeah. I mean, for $6 I could go to Burger King and get fries and a Whopper, so. But they were very fresh, very hot, very delicious. So except for the price, I have no complaints at all. And then we played a game of pool and decided to come on home. The tip I want to give you for today, if you're coming over here to move, I mentioned this before in previous videos, but this is something I keep forgetting. So as a reminder to myself and to you, you should keep in mind when you're changing bigger bills into smaller bills, when you're getting your change back. When you're getting your change back, I've already mentioned, be sure to count it. Nobody's here trying to rip you off intentionally, but occasionally they might be short anywhere from a couple thousand real all the way up to maybe a whole $1 or $2. So you want to be sure you count it, make sure you get the right amount back. When it comes to your USD bills, you want to make sure of a few things. No rips, no tears. They can't be written on, they can't be all wrinkly. if they try to give you bills like that at a store or a market, don't accept it. Give it back and tell them you want another one. But here's the other thing, and this is the one I forgot last night. And we went to the store after we got back because the little shop I would have normally went to, I wanted a few more beers, so I thought I'd buy a few cans of Anchor. But the shop where I get my coffee, the mama runs, she wasn't open, and she wouldn't be. It was about 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. She closes about 8 o'clock, 8:30. So we went to the corner store, and I asked if she could break 100, which is all I had. She said yes. We needed some other things too: shampoo, body wash. Sungline needed a new toothbrush. So we got all that, and then I got my beer, and we paid for it. She gave me my change. I counted it, checked the bills to make sure no writing, no rips, tears, all, you know, like normal. Everything's good. But then I get up today, and I go to get a coffee. I went to pay with a $5 bill I got for my change, and they wouldn't take it. And here's the thing I keep forgetting that I want to mention to you. You should also make sure that they are not older bills, like the ones with the faces of the presidents that are small. You want the ones, I don't know what year they started it, but you want the ones where the faces are big. You want big faces on your bills, because people won't accept the older bills most of the time. Luckily, the store, I mean, they know me. I go there all the time, and they had no problem exchanging it for me when I took it back. But it is something to keep in mind. Not all stores would do that, because it's the next day. They could just say, hey, we don't know where you got this. You might not have gotten it from us. So you do want to be careful of that. And that is my tip for you for today. You might be tired of seeing the same thing, so I'll stand up here for a little bit, show you a little look around. Next month will be the first month in a long time. Something else I want to mention. Like I said, there's a lot of holidays in Cambodia. I think 28 or something throughout the year. But not the traditional holidays that we would think of in the West. Like this month, yesterday was a holiday, their Independence Day. And coming up here in about a week and a half is the Water Festival. Very colorful, fun, pretty big holiday around here. This area right here, of course, will be full of nothing but colorful boats. People will be rowing and racing. Big wooden handmade boats. It'll probably be pretty packed. Lots of food vendors will be down here, I assume. It's my first one, so I'm pretty excited for it. But they don't celebrate the holidays that we do. There's no Thanksgiving celebrations, nothing to do with Christmas, nothing like that. So if you're one of those people who don't like all the things associated with some of the Western holidays, I would suggest pack up. Come here for a couple months, November, December. Get away from the craziness of Black Friday and, you know, all the Christmas stuff and obligations that people complain about every year but still faithfully do. Just show up here. They don't celebrate any of those. Next month will be the first month since I started working, I think, where she got something to eat. What did you get? Yeah, next month there's one holiday, I think, in December. There's only one holiday, so I'll have a pretty good paycheck coming out of that month, because I don't get paid for the holidays here. So last month we had 6 days off, 6 holidays, and then of course there was a couple nights I couldn't go in because I was sick for that week. So, you know, that hurts the bottom line a little bit. This month there are 4, the one yesterday and the 3 days for the festival coming up. So that's a little better. December there's only 1. And I'm not sure about January yet. I haven't looked that far ahead, but if you're not into the whole Thanksgiving, Christmas spectacle, yeah, I would definitely suggest coming here. Do the Water Festival instead. It's a lot more fun. You don't have to buy anybody presents just because you met them one time and you occasionally say hello and feel obligated. You don't have to spend time if you with political discussions with your family. Nothing like that. Pretty chilled and laid back. So yeah, those are my 2 bits. of advice for the day. Yeah, sometimes we just like to come and sit by the river. It's really nice out. I just tweeted a picture of it, or I just posted a picture of it on Facebook. Kind of rubbing it into my Michigan peeps who are expecting 1 to 3 inches of snow already by the end of this weekend. 1 to 3 inches of snow already where I come from, back in Michigan. It's crazy. And of course, I had to brag about how I'm enjoying my evening in a nice breezy area by the river. A nice cool 87 degrees Fahrenheit, or if you will, 31 degrees Celsius. I'm still trying to use Celsius more. I'm trying to use the metric standard, which is used by all the rest of the world except America. So, I mean, it will make things easier. But yeah, I like to rub that in a little bit to all my Michigan peeps. Don't complain about the snow. Hop on a plane, come on over. I'll show you around town. You can eat some amazing food, meet even more amazing people, and enjoy a holiday free from snow and ice. Anyway, I'm just gonna go for a walk up here, I guess, head across the bridge. It's almost dusk, so I think we might have enough time to sit down and see if we can see those bats again at the Royal Gardens. It's a nightly thing. Usually about this time they'll start stirring, making their little bat noises. If you remember the video I had before of that, it was really cool, man. Some of them bats are huge, and they get pretty close, but they're not really dangerous at all. They're just there, coming out of the trees in droves, and I think that's pretty cool. I enjoyed the last time that happened. Yeah, this will all be lit up. All of these things, all of those, when the festival starts, they'll be all decorated and lit up. Let me see. Yeah, head over that way. All right. I will talk to you guys in the next one. All right, guys, it's Friday night now, and we were just taking a walk, saw a bunch of cars, and heard some music down here. Decided to see what was up. That's what I love about walking around here. And we came right onto what is, I guess, a farmer's market kind of setup. We're in the big plaza right across the street from the Royal Gardens. Royal Gardens would be, well, if those stands weren't in the way, they would be right over there. We're on our way to see the bats and said, well, let's go this way. All kinds of stuff down here. Homemade, organic, fresh. They have restaurant stalls, of course. You can buy fruits, you can buy vegetables, you can buy beauty products. All part of, from the signs, all part of the same group. All the stalls have the same kind of signs advertising what they have. I didn't even know this existed down here, so this is pretty cool. I like running into random things like that. That's one reason why I really like to walk, even though I do need a motorbike, but probably would have completely missed it if I would have been riding or something. And a guy came by with a fresh pineapple. He had just opened up, cut into little chunks, stuck toothpicks in. He gave me one, and it was a really nice, juicy, sweet pineapple. I mean, it was delicious. And I mentioned it, and I said, can I buy? And he just kind of shook his head and gave me 2 more. I don't know if he didn't understand that I wanted to, where do I buy this pineapple like this? Because I will eat it later. But anyway, that was pretty cool. He just gave me 2 more samples. So I just had some very delicious, sweet pineapple. They have plants for sale down here. All manner of plants and little trees and things. And it looks like over here, you get away from the food and more into the arts and crafts section, I'm guessing. Yep, scarves, shirts. Little wallets, all handmade using, I'm guessing, local products. They take Visa here. That's a plus. That is really a plus. Not a lot of places here will, of course, take Visa. Maybe my next girlfriend. Just kidding. She's not much of a talker. Oh, they got lamps over here. Noria Decor products. Yeah, pretty cool. You just kind of follow the crowd and walk up on something like this. Got more stuff over here. Wow, this is pretty big. Bigger than what it looks like when you first walk in. They got a lot of more stuff over here. Looks like we got some corn action going on. The ladies are eating some corn. I believe that's some kind of jerky. Pre-packaged sausage. 16,000 real for that. 32,000 real for that. So let me see, 16,000 real is $4. Not bad, not bad. For a big thing of sausage like that, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's really good. That's a really good price. Got more foods over here. Yeah. Yeah, I know I told you I was done, but I figured when I saw this, I wanted to be sure I got some and was able to show it to you. So just remember, man, if you ever come to town, don't be afraid of the heat. Put on a hat, put on some sun cream, you know, sun blocker, protection, whatever. Take a walk around. Be sure to keep hydrated, of course. But you never know what you'll find when you do so. Dancing going on over there. Nightly dancing, exercise. Yeah, all right. Music starts, that means I'm gonna go. I mean it this time. I will see you in the next one.